Hi Chandrakant, how are you?
Hi Ankit, I'm fine. How are you?
How's it? Thanks for joining.
Yeah,
I think we should wait in maybe a few minutes. Maybe Akhil will join, but if not, then we can start this call only with you.
yeah. Is there anybody else?
I mean, only two people have confirmed because everybody are tied up with some of the other things.
Okay.
So it's okay. I mean, I have to take
Yeah.
this training, anyways, as a recorded thing, but I decided to do it live so that, if anyone has questions while I'm conducting, it will be easier for me to answer as well and for them to get a proper, resolution. But anyways, everybody will be able to watch it once it's uploaded on the dashboard.
Yes, yes.
Great. Let's just wait for the last maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and then we can join, or rather start. So,
So today I have created my Facebook cover and Facebook cover bio uh, as inspired by your bio.
okay, yeah. I saw your cover picture. I personally feel your TMS is not readable properly. I mean, the amount that you're on mobile, especially, so just check once on mobile. If you can read it, then perfect. I wasn't able to read it. Maybe it's some problem at my side.
So you are talking about layout or
Not layout, the text, the font that you've shared.
okay, okay. I will check.
All right, cool. I think what we'll do is we'll start, and then maybe once anybody joins, then we can fill them up. So I'll quickly share my screen. Can you see it?
Ji, ji.
All
Yes.
right, perfect. So now this is part of the fourth module, and in this module I've already uploaded the first video, which is mindset of a sales person, right? So just finish that video if you haven't watched it already, but since you already joined, I'll continue. I hope you watch it after this video as well, because that's in fact very important before we like see this, right? Because this is all tactics, this is all strategies, but again we keep covering the same point over time again and again, that strategies comes later. It's the mindset that is very important in terms of sales as well, because what happens is that a lot of the times we do a lot of things correctly, but then at the end moment on the call, some of the other thing happen, uh, which could have gone correctly, which could have been in your control, but we don't do that, and we maybe screw up, right? However, external situations do arise on sales calls as well. So that's not something that we're talking about. What we're talking about is what is in our control. So mastering the strategy is very important. But before that, it's also important to have the right mindset to go on calls. Now, with that being said, I'll quickly start. So I'll quickly zoom this so that you can see. Now, being proficient in the art of high ticket phone sales is one of the highest income skills you can learn. Practice makes perfect, right? So look for opportunities to role play the below scripts with other community members, friends, and family. And this is the same script I personally used to grow a business to 6 figures. Now it's your turn. Again, important, 70% of your sales will come from follow up. So a lot of the times we want everybody to sign up on the phone. It will happen obviously, as because the more you practice this, it will happen. However, very high chance that a lot of the people that we speak with will need some time to think and to consider your offer, especially if it's high ticket. So expect that, although we will try to close them on phone, expect that they will take some time. But important point is that you make note of the exact call date that you will happen, that will happen with that person, for the follow up, so that you can again answer any objections that they have, and decide, and close them accordingly. So again, schedule a follow-up. Now, how to go about it? The first step is preparing for the sales calls 5 minutes before the call. So very important that we set ourselves right. I mean, we can't really like decide to just enter the sales call, and like before that we were busy doing something. So that's not how it work. Be completely calm in a perfect mindset. So set aside what is happening in your life and get centered, right? I mean, this is optional, but if you want, you can do some push-ups, jumping jacks, whatever, so that you get some blood flowing. Take some deep breaths, close your eyes, get focused, right? Because see, every call is important. We are not talking about external factors, that what will they do, what are their objectives. No, we are only talking about we will do, because we have to master this over and over again. So very important to follow this routine. So record all calls, right? So again, very important to record all the sales calls, because it will help you to analyze where you went wrong, where you need to improve on, and that's how you'll grow over time. Have a pen and paper ready, not a computer. You can use a computer if there is no other choice, but it's better to write stuff on pen and paper so that you can refer to notes immediately, and stuff like that. Write the name down and give the kindly answers. So keep on your screen kindly form that they've submitted, so that you know exactly what they've filled, and then based on their answers you can have better conversations. Else, what's the point of calendar, right? And visualize them saying yes, right? Again, all these are like mindset hacks or law of attraction, or whatever you want to call it, but these things do help. If we visualize them saying yes, then things will happen accordingly. But if we are in that fear, the oh my god, will he say yes or no? I mean, how should I do it? How should I pitch? What will he say? He may not even like my offer. If these are the blocks that you have before joining the call, then most likely it will not get closed. So like, keep a calm and positive mindset. It's okay, you are going to pitch something. The worst thing that will happen is he's going to say no. But why to get stressed about that, right? So stay positive, think that he's going to say yes, and let's see what happens. Next is doctor frame. This is what we'll cover in this call, and I'll show you about that. Record all calls, listen to and analyze, and again, never make them feel wrong. Very important on sales call. Sometimes things happen when some of the other things, like some of the other conversation may lead to some kind of a personal comment or whatever, right? So don't do that. Stay calm. If they're not interested, it's fine. I mean, let's not like punish them for not being interested in working with us, right? So and match their tone, energy, and pace, right? So some people are fast, like, so I used to go out. I had a call when usually usually when we start, like for example, introduction, how are you, how's it going? So when I started the call, right, the minute the minute the person joined the call, he's like, hi, okay, let's start. So I said, okay, fine, sure, but may I know where you're calling from? Oh, hey man, listen, I don't want to beat around the bush. Why don't you just quickly let me know what your offer is? Because let's just skip past all this introduction and all that phase. So I was like, okay, fine, if this guy is very busy, then let's just quickly jump on it, because if you try to do that, like if you try to push all these things, then he'll not kind of listen to it anyway. So maybe it will also save your time. If he's not going to sign up anyways, it will help you save your time, right? So that's what I did. In fact, after that 10-minute call, he again scheduled 2 follow-up calls with me, because he liked that I respected his time as well. So I kept scheduling, like he kept giving me more time as well. Even on weekends, he was replying to my voice notes, because I respected what he wanted. Very few cases will happen like this, where the person is like completely busy and not ready to listen to you. But if that's the case, then respect their time, and you can kind of quickly like go for it. However, recommendation is that you ask them to block at least 1 hour for the call. So if you can do that, then it will be the best thing. But in case it's not happening, or for some other reason they have to leave, then it's better you respect that. So Again, very basic, quiet place with good Wi-Fi connection. So in case there is an issue at your side or at their side, why don't it's better to coordinate to reschedule the call rather than talk in poor network where you're not able to understand each other. So this is the basics of sales call. Do you have any questions so far?
So, uh, as you said, somebody in rush to finish the process. Okay. So, so many time I also had that type of problems. Uh, so, so should we directly propose our offer?
Yes, go ahead, because the person is the person means business. If you do that, then they'll not mind, because usually very like 6, 7, 8 figure business owners, they actually are not going to spend 1 hour on call with you, right? They want immediate
Correct.
solution. So it's perfectly fine. When we go for high ticket offers, high ticket services, understand that it's okay to close a client, and it's possible to close a client in 10 minutes or 15 minutes of presentation. It is possible. You don't need to do all these things that we're going to go through. However, this will happen only 5 to 10 5% or even less than that, like percentage wise it will happen very less, because most of the time you will have to go through this workflow, because usually people that will book calls with you will be at around your a wavelength or whatever you want to call it. But if it happens, just go for it, just go for the kill. Don't warm them up, because they know what, like they keep doing this day in and day out for their business, so they know exactly what we're going to do. So why to pretend, right? I mean, just straightforward. Okay, I respect your time. Why don't I go ahead and present my offer, and this is what it is. This is how we can help you, and this is how we can solve your problem, which you mentioned on the Calendly form. We already have the data, so use that. So I believe you have a problem of, you can quickly go through the framework that I'll share with you, right? So maybe we'll come back to this question a bit later. So with that being said, let's focus on the active workflow, which will happen most of the times. Stage one, introduction. Now, very simple to do, but very important to do, which is start the call with a warm and friendly tone, right? Like we have to smile. Obviously, the first thing that they should see is your smile. And if you smile, then they'll also smile. And obviously, smile is contagious, right? So that's a very good way to break the ice. They'll feel calm, they'll feel comfortable, and it's very important for them to feel like that, because if they don't feel like that, then they'll hold back their problems, they'll not share with you. And if they don't share with you, then you'll not be able to solve the problem, or they'll not buy from you, because there's no connect. So know that you're talking to a person. Sales is later, but it's a person, so just greet them properly. Hi, and maybe I've already given you like a script to establish rapport. Hey, name. So happy to chat with you today, with a smile, obviously. So I'll maybe put a smile as well over here. So smile live. So people actually can relate. How's the day going? And you can ask either this or this. It means the same thing. Like, where are you calling from? Or you can use the previous line. Where in the world are you right now? I use this statement a lot. May I ask, may I know where you're calling from? Quick start, quick connect, hardly takes 1 or 2 minutes, and you can start. Now, the next part is set intention and establish authority. Now, over here, to avoid things where they are just here for free advice or free strategy, and they don't even know that what this call is about, or they are trying to sell you something. All these types of cases will happen. So just if you do this, like set intention and establish authority, you'll avoid majority of that stuff, and you'll immediately be like an authority figure, and they'll listen to you, right? So you can just use this, like, I want to be respectful of both your time and as well as mine. I just have 1 hour. to speak with you today. So I hope even you have that kind of time so that we can discuss. So take that confirmation, because if they have 15 minutes, then it will happen that after just starting the call or midway through, they'll ask you, oh, actually, may I ask how long this call will take? And that's not a good sign, because like you will immediately lose your momentum, and it will not be a good way to close. So tell them that it will take some time, 45 to 60 minutes. So are you available? And once they reply, so you can use this, like you can start with this, like, so the intention for this call today is to find out where you are at right now, what's working and what's not working, where you want to go, and to see if we are a good fit for my program or my service. So if you're selling coaching program, you can use coaching, and if you're selling service, you can use service. So that's how you can do it. Shashank has also joined us. Let's quickly wait for him to join. And
Yes, yes.
hi, Shashank. We can't hear you. All right, so we'll continue while he sets his mic up. So this is how we set up the intention. Yeah, go ahead.
Ankit, this is the this is what brief that we will give to them before the before offer.
Before the offer is still at the later stage, but this is how you'll start. This is how you'll start your conversation. That you'll quickly establish rapport, and then you let them know that, okay, so before I start, I just would like to confirm whether you have the time of at least 45 to 60 minutes. And my intention for this call today is, or not my intention, rather the intention of this call today is to find out where you are right now, what's working with you and what's not working, and whether you're a good fit for my program. So when you use this line, right, both of you know now that at the end you are going to sell, not sell rather, but at the end there is a possibility that you are going to share your offer with them. So that's what they should know. So suddenly when you pitch your offer, it doesn't come as a surprise. So you are setting an intention very clearly.
Hello.
Hi, Shashank, we can hear you. All right.
How are you both?
Hi, Shashank.
Hi, sir. Okay, let's continue.
Sure. So Shashank, what we are covering today is the sales script. What I'll do is I'll come back to the start, but I'll quickly continue, right? So at the start, what we discussed is how to prepare for the sales call, and then we discussed how introduction is very important. So starting the call with a warm and friendly note. We always start with establishing the rapport by first asking, first letting them know happy to chat with you today, and then where are you in the world right now, and all these simple questions. Once you make them comfortable, set an intention that the intention for this call today is to find out where are you right now, what's working and what's not working, and see if you're a good fit for my service or my offer. So once we do this, that puts you in an authority. It's not that they are going to sell you something or they don't even know why they've joined the call. So that's what we'll do. Now, the next part is eliminating the I need to think about it objection. So immediately tell them that, see, before we dive in, I just want to say that my most successful clients that have achieved some results, they are extremely decisive and committed. So what you're doing is that you're indirectly informing them that I need an answer at the end of the call. Like, don't tell me I'll get back to you. Okay, fine. I'll speak with them. I need an answer. So don't waste my time. So confirm from them that I want to make sure you'll know exactly if you're 100% in or out. Like, obviously we can't tell them you have to sign with me. Tell them that you say yes or no, whatever it is, I'm okay. So that's when it will go properly. So that's how it will do it. The last is eliminating the I need to speak with my partner objection. Now, this is something that on the form they'll fill on the currently form, but still you can go ahead and ask them, is there anybody else that is also joining? So if they say no, then quickly you can go ahead. So that was part one, or stage one rather, right? Stage one, which is introduction. Now comes the most important part. Once all these things are done, once you're ready, you have to start with the doctor frame to diagnose the problem, right? So I'll put a map, I'll draw the stuff over here. So this is where we are going to use the doctor frame. This is where we are identifying the challenges, the pain points of our dream client. So now we are at this stage. Okay. How to use a doctor frame? Now, why doctor frame? A logically easy answer to give, that when we visit a doctor, doctor asks us, right? Like, what is the problem? Since how long are you having this problem? And he then understands what's happening to us. He, takes a few tests, and then he gives us the medicine. Same stuff we are doing as consultants on call. So you're not a salesperson. You are going to hard sell or hard close someone. We have to first become a consultant, like a doctor. So first, let's understand the problem, diagnose the problem, right? So get them to realize that they have massive pain points. Now, very important to do. We have to make them feel that they have massive pain points, meaning they are struggling. We can't directly tell them on the face that, hey man, you're struggling so much. How can you do this? Not those kinds of communication words, but we have to indirectly make them realize by asking these questions, like, what is it that you're doing, all that stuff, which I'll get into. So dig into their pain points and get them to realize that they need to get out. If they don't feel that on the call, then it's difficult for them to sign up with you, because they don't even know that they have a problem. So how will they even act on the problem, right? So when we know there is a headache, only then we go to doctor, right? But in business, sometimes obviously they will know the problem, that they need some results, etc., etc., but still you have to make them realize for sure and dig even deeper than that. So how to do this? Identify problem plus pain. So the first question to always ask is, what made you reach out to me today? Very simple, clear, precise question. What made you reach out to me today? Obviously, when you ask this, they will tell us that, okay, actually, I'm struggling with this, or I'm struggling with that. So when they answer this, they immediately realize, as they hear themselves, that yes, they also have a pain point. Obviously they know, but it's good to start like that. And again, these are the questions that you can ask them, but I'm not telling you to ask all of them. These are some of the questions as examples. Now, this is not something that you have to follow as a robot, right? As a machine. You have to understand, you have to find out pain points, and to find out pain points, you have to ask them certain questions. What types of questions? These. And you can choose any of them. Like, for example, what do you think is the main issue you're struggling with when it comes to insert topic is insert pain point, or whatever they've filled out on the currently form. So what is the main issue you're facing right now? So let them answer them. Then again, like, why not just do this yourself? Why do you want to even, attempt to figure out a new solution? So, just ask them, why is this something you can't keep procrastinating anymore? So if you see, these questions really make them think and feel, what they are currently in going through, they have to act upon now, because they can't procrastinate anymore. They have to solve their problem now. What have you tried in the past? So again, these are the sample questions you can use based on case to case. Good to know all these questions before going on call, but most of the times the initial 3 or 4 questions should do. But if you want to keep on going on, keep on asking more, then feel free to go ahead, because the more you do this, the more the better, right? Sometimes on phone you will kind of get a vibe from the person on the other side that they are not comfortable anymore. So once you feel that, then don't push anymore, right? Don't keep on doing that because it will make them feel bad now. So you don't want to take to that extent that you like they are not comfortable anymore. But as long as they're comfortable, keep asking them. Very important question. Hence it's bold. This is something that if you must have recollected, I have also asked you. If you are to stay on the same path, if you are to do the same things that you're currently doing, what do you think you'll be missing out in your business or life next year? So let's say they tell a problem, I'm not able to generate more business, and they share that I'm doing Facebook ads. So ask them, if you continue to run Facebook ads, what do you think will happen in the next 3 to 6 months? They will tell you that, I don't see any results because Facebook ad is not working for me. It's so expensive. Funnels are not working. This issue, that issue. Great. Now they know that Facebook ad is not the answer. Answer is something else, obviously, which will derive to, but they know this is not the answer. So you have to ask them this question. For your business, you have to think on what kind of solution you'll offer, but this question kind of remains the same. Right. Now, again, whenever you realize that they can tell you more, dig deeper with this question. So on the other side, if they're sharing more, right? So keep asking them, okay, maybe what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean you did this? Can you explain more? Can you explain more? Sometimes you will feel that they are sharing more. So ask them, why is it important to you and all that. So again, if you see the objective of this to understand their pain point, the importance of solving the problem today and not after 2 years, why we are doing this. Maybe if one of you can answer, like take a guess, like why we are doing, why we're even asking these sort of questions and making them feel the pain.
Because I mean, they'll realize that they need solutions for these problems.
Correct. And solutions, they have to act on it now, not after 2 or 3 days. Because see, this is not a funnel, right? We are not selling by writing amazing copy the way Shashank writes. This is all live sales call. So in live call, we have to learn to do this live. So this is what we're doing, right? So the last part about this is reiterate, right? So keep taking notes as we discussed. As they share more problems, every problem that they share, keep writing. And then before you move on to the next stage, which is establishing what heaven looks like for them, reiterate. Okay, so what I'm hearing right now is you're struggling with this, correct? Ask him, correct? Am I getting you right? Yes, absolutely, you're right. So it's a pure confirmation that they're struggling. They've accepted that fact. They've already shared it. You made notes and you've asked them, is it correct? And that's it. So that's how you start after introduction, talking about the pain points. Any questions so far?
No.
Chandrakant?
No.
Perfect. So the next part is, once you get the confirmation from them, we move on to establishing what heaven looks like, which is their dream desire or dream result. Where do they want to go, right? This is their dream result. This is where they want to go. This is where they are right now as they're speaking to you, but this is where they want to go after working with you, right? Or in 3 months, 6 months, whatever. So we'll talk about this now.
Magic Island.
Sorry?
Magic Island.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, in startups they use this term a lot.
This
is our customer's problem. This is the Magic Island.
So this is what heaven looks like, right? As per this doc. Part 1, dream. Okay, I feel like I have a really good idea of where you are at right now, but let me understand where you want to go. So this is how we can slowly transition. So don't make it look like you're following a script. Go with the flow. Okay, I understand what you're going through, but let's look at where you want to go so that, it all makes sense to them as well. Now, if you see this question, right, let's not question or the statement. Let's pretend we're having this conversation 1 year from today, 6 months from today, whatever. And in your topic of discussion, meaning whatever the like the pain points that they've shared went perfectly well, or whatever the call objective is, it went perfectly well, and you have now inserted dreams and got rid of pain points. So if you see, all this data is already being uncovered by you in the previous question, which is pain point, or you know, where they are right now. So all these things you already covered. Where do they want to go? What are the dreams? What is the issues that they want to solve? So even if you get one or two things, use the same words that they've used, use the same data that they've given. Like for example, they've told you, I'm not able to solve funnel problem, or not able to solve or maybe ads are too expensive, I want to get out of that, I want to look for organic. So tell them that, okay, let's pretend you solve this problem. Let's pretend you don't spend even a single penny on ad going forward, and you only do organic. So you exactly talked in their pain point connection. What does your life look like at this point? So you're asking them, you're making them feel the good partner. You're making them imagine the dream, right? You have to do this, because if they don't see how the future look like, they'll not be motivated. So now they're motivated to move away from pain, but you also have to give them the reason to move towards their pleasure, right? Pain and pleasure. Tony Robbins teaches that same thing. So what does pleasure look like for them? You know, living on a beach, spending time with their family, or making more money, or saving more cash, or whatever that is, buying this, buying that, whatever it is. Don't judge on all those things. Just make a note of that and reiterate again. Yep, that all makes sense to me. Appreciate you sharing that with me. So again, quickly, okay, I'm okay. This is what you are looking to achieve, right? So this part is very easy to do, because you're just letting them answer what they want to achieve. So and try to go a bit more personal. Where do you want to be in a relationship, or maybe how much time you want to spend with the kids? If you already know that they're married, and what, you know, whatever. So the more personal you go, the better. How much weight do you want to lose, or etc. Now stage 4 is bridge the gap. Now what we are doing, we know this. Now we are going to bridge this gap, right? So this is the gap. We are going to bridge it now. So how we are going to do this? Now, if you ask this question, why not do this on your own in the first section, then you know, you can skip this phase. But if you haven't asked this, I usually don't ask this question at the start. I ask this question after doing 1 and doing 2. So I ask them that, okay, you mentioned you want to solve this problem, and you also want to achieve this particular goal. So like, what have you currently tried to do this, and why aren't you able to solve it by yourself? Because obviously you are not the only solution, right? Maybe they have tried something else. Maybe they've tried doing it on their own, or maybe worked with some other agency, or hired some other coach. So ask them like, why aren't you trying to do it by yourself? So they'll share that, okay, you know what, in the past I hired a coach, or in the past I tried doing it through ads, but it didn't work. So they will give you a solution that I tried doing this, but it didn't work. So you have to get that answer as well out of them, because then it will also again reiterate that they can't try to do that same thing again after if they don't want to work with you. They now have to look for another solution which is working with you. So this is what you're doing. So like without proper mentorship or guidance, what's holding you back from achieving that on your own? So ask them that, like, why do you want to even work with me? Why not try doing it yourself? So you'll understand, and they will rather understand that, okay, actually they need you and they can't do it themselves, and all the other solutions that we tried didn't work out. So that's what you have to do. Any questions so far? Perfect. We move on to the next part. Qualify and have them sell you, right? Again, very important. If you do this, then you will again put yourself in an authority. So this part, what we are doing is we are asking them, why me, or why my program, or why my service. because let's face it, there are other competitors who are doing the same thing you are doing. Today's call, in fact, just before I joined the call, there was a guy who was telling me, I'm following this person, XYZ coach, and he's doing so good, he's making so much money, etc., etc. So I was like, okay, fine. I asked him, so why exactly have you booked this call with me today? So like, are you not working with him? I straight away asked him directly, stage 5 question. I asked him on the first level because he immediately shared that. So the call almost ended in 10-15 minutes because he realized that maybe he's going to waste my time by unnecessarily booking a call with me. So rather than that, he work with him because he already wants to, he already feels that he's a better choice. So it's okay. I mean, come on, let's be practical. Not everybody is going to work with us. So let them go over there, but make sure you don't waste your time. After doing all these things, you don't waste your time, right? So that's why qualification is important. So you can start by this, like, so we fully transparent. We don't work with everybody. We only work with selected few people. Because we are only looking for success stories, and we're only looking to work with serious individuals. So like, let's say if you work with us and if we work with you, and if you're a success story, and if we are able to help you with all that, right? Why do you feel you can be that kind of a success story? So and again, in this part, you tell all these things that they've already shared in the past. So if you're a success story, 6 to 8 weeks from now, insert their dream outcome, whatever they shared, and 1 year from now, I would make a YouTube video featuring you and all that. So show them the good life, but ask them that why you can be a success story with us. So now once you ask this question, they will start talking why they want to work with you, and that's like 80%, 90% of the job done. You will tell that, actually, I really want to work with you because I've seen some of your results, and I feel you have a good program, and I feel your offer is good, your agency services are good, and I'm positive that since you help them, you can also help me, and you can help us achieve that dream as well. So immediately that changes the table, right? Because you're not pushing them anything. So okay, so sir, this is why you need to work with us, this is why you need to work with us, this is how we are best. No, ask them, why do you want to work with us? Like, why not anybody else? So at this point, just listen, have them sell you on why you should choose them, why you should choose them. Again, remember why you should choose them. Positioning, right? And confirm. So what, with that being said, I could provide you with all these steps. Is that something you would take action on today? So if I can help you solve the problem that you've shared, achieve your goals, are you willing to take action today, right? So wait for them to say yes and then move on. Once they say yes, present the offer. So this is where you finally present the offer, because before this, so let's assume a case where you're asking, why go through all this drama? Like, why not go ahead and go for the kill, right? Hi, hello, don't even say hi, hello. So this is my offer, $1,000. Transfer it to my account. Why don't we do all this directly, right? Because it's very important to build a relationship first, right? We can't really pitch the offer at the start. Maybe at the qualification stage only, just the way it happened before joining this call. At the qualification only, I told him, sorry, it's not possible because you already, already somewhere else. So it will happen. Sometimes the clients will say, you know what, we are looking for a coach. And if you're an agency, then tell it, actually, sir, or whatever the name. I usually use names despite the person being, bit older than me, because that's professional culture. Don't use sir and all. In India, we are used to using sir and all. So Arun is joining. So tell them that, since you are looking for a coach and we only provide done for you agency services, uh, just wanted to confirm, is this something that you are okay to move forward right now, or you only want to work with coach? So if they say yes, then go ahead and pitch your offer. But if they say no, then tell them, sir, at this point, we are not the right fit. So that's how you can go about it. But the stage is present your offer. Hi, Arun.
Hi, bro.
How are you?
Yeah, fine now.
Good. We'll continue the call and I'll, we'll quickly do a review at the end. Okay.
Sure.
All right. If you can also please mute yourself. All right, great. So we are on presenting the offer. So very important, keep this high level, right? Keep this high level. Don't go into the technical stuff like this is how we'll run ad, this is what we'll do, and this is how you'll get results. Don't do all. Just keep it high level. So okay, this is what you get, and you should not spend more than 3 minutes talking about what your offer is. So quickly present, just like if you would present to a VC. In 3 minutes, you will present why they should fund you. Right, in Stock Tank India, that's what they do. Right, in 3 to 5 minutes, present your offer. Sir, this is what we'll do, and why. Okay, how do you do this? By TMS. This is why we've done a TMS, right? Because a TMS helps us understand what our core offer is. And start with TMS. Sir, we'll help you scale to 10K months using organic marketing, and this is what we'll talk about. We'll cover this. We'll cover that. That's it. So. Again, pro tips, don't explain step by step, just cover the overall process and especially the end outcome that your client desires. So more talk about outcome, that sir, our offer will help you achieve this. So over here, the last part which is left is our offer will take you from here to here. This is how our offer will help you. So now they know that, okay, all the problems that they've had, you are the right person to solve them. So you, at the end, you will connect your offer with their pain point and their desire. So it all makes sense. We have not done so much hard work just to pitch them something and not relate it back, right? Just relate everything back like a movie, right? At the end, the conclusion happens. So if they're not fit, you can politely wrap it up and set up a time to follow up with them when they've made progress. So again, if they don't have the budget, or they feel this is not the right solution, ask them. They're okay, sir, I understand, or okay, whatever the name is, I understand. Maybe if we can catch up after a couple of weeks or a couple of months, whatever, and then set aside a date so that you can reach out to them again. So assuming all that goes well, right? So the last part, right? So over here again, you're setting the intention so in terms of coaching, you can put length of the program. In terms of agency services, you can put your contract period, right? My agency services work at least for 2 months. So we only work on a 2 months contract because we believe that in 1 month actually we can't deliver any results. 1 month is too less for us to work on any kind of results. So this is how we'll work. And in the first this is how we'll start. First week we'll have a kickoff call, and this is how we'll go about it. Then we will have like a proper we will start with the delivery, we'll run ads and all that. And for coaching, you can tell them that we'll have the first onboarding call once you enroll, and then we'll have a coaching call 2 days after that. So so after sharing everything about your offer, the last question you need to ask is, does that all make sense so far? Before even going to the pricing, confirm that whatever you experienced so far, does it make sense? Did they understand? Was it complicated, or are they able to now understand what your offer is? So take a confirmation and stop talking, right? Let them ask for more questions. If they have any questions, tech questions, any other questions, ask them. And if they don't have any, just move on. Again, giving nitty-gritty details will only cause more confusion. So resist the temptation to share, sir, this is how we'll install the pixel, this is how we'll start. Don't do all that. Like, keep it extremely simple. We have a process in place. We'll usually start with this, and we'll eventually work on these steps. So once you start explaining in a very broad view, that will be very easy for them to understand. So all these things, and once that you can build confidence. The next part is building confidence. So for the everything, like all the things that we talked about, do you believe that with this resources, with this service, with these tools that I'm providing you, are you confident that you'll be successful? Ask them this question. If you see this, there's so much power in this question, right? That what we offer to you, do you personally believe that it will help? Because if they don't believe, then what's the point of pitching them your prices, right? You can't just shove the prices on their throat. You have to ask them, do you believe in us? Do you have the confidence? And then when they say yes, absolutely, I feel this is a perfect program for me. I feel this service is exactly what I'm looking for. Once they use all these lines, right, that's when you're ready to kind of present the investment, not before that. So once that part is done, chunk up your price by 50%. So I mean, again, this is all something that is not new. If you're expecting $1,000 payment from the client, put the price at 1,500 and tell them that see, now based on our conversation so far, I really feel that you're very serious, and just considering that, I'm ready to slash my price to $1,000 and give you a fast action discount. Fast action discount, very important word, because it will create that urgency. If you remember, on e-commerce sites, there are these timers, right? Sales timers that keep running. 10 minutes. This offer will expire at the end of the day, etc.
Countdown timer.
Countdown timer. So same stuff. Fast action discount. They have to make a decision on the phone, or at least in the next 1 or 2 hours or days max. But use these words that it's a fast action discount, meaning but first, the first objective is to push the sale on the call. That's the first objective. So which means that if you sign up with me on today's call, we can take the $500 off from the price, so that it's only $1,000. So how does that land with you? Ask them these questions on the call. If you ask them, then let them reply. So whatever they reply, so tell them that, see, I am actually only taking for the MVP launch, right? Like your first offer, your new service that you launch. Tell them that, sir, actually I'm only working with 6 agencies or 6 agency clients in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and I only have 2 spots available, and 4 have already gone. So you'll have to make a decision soon, else I can't really promise anything. So stay silent, do not talk. You want to continue to talk and ramble and convince, but mute yourself if you have to. Just wait for the response. So if they respond with yes, move on to phase 6, which is enrollment, right? Phase 7 rather. Enrollment. If there's resistance and objections, move on to the objections part, which is over here. So if they say yes, if they're ready, just enroll them into your service, right? Okay, sir, so can I give you a link to make the advance payment, or 50% payment, or a complete payment? And can you make the payment over the phone? And that's how I can do it. Never say thank you, only say congratulations, right? Because congratulations will put you in that authority. Thank you means, they are doing some kind of a favor on you. So again, all these words are very important. And offer a payment plan only if it's requested. If they say we can't pay upfront, then tell them that we can offer 1 or 2 payment plans, 50% now, 50% after end of 15 days. So that's how we can enroll them to your agency service or coaching program. And if your program is $1,000, then 2 should be at least 600 into 2, or 3 should be 450 into 3. Because if you're giving installments, then raise the price. If you're not giving installments and if they're paying in full, then give them some discount. So that way you are also secured, right? Else, what is the point of giving discounts in fast action, right? That doesn't make sense. So raise the price and give them installments. So that's about enrollment. And the last part is sign the promise agreement. So again, first take the payment and tell them that, sir, once you confirm the payment, we'll send you a contract, we'll send you agreement. And this is whatever we discussed so far. We are sending you the promise agreement that this is how we'll work upon it. And we'll write everything down so that your money is safe with us and the results are guaranteed, etc. All that stuff. So once all the formality is done, you can enroll them and onboard them. So this is how you go about your sales calls. Do you have any questions so far? So if you see quickly showing over here, this is how you started the pain points. First talk about the pain points. The next part you spoke about was their dream desired results. You talk about where they want to go. The next part is you bridge the gap. You ask them what have they done so far and why not do it themselves. The next part is you ask them why me, like why do you want to work with me and not anybody else. And the last part is after confirming everything, you pitch them, you present them your offer, that okay sir, all the things that you've said, this is how we will solve your problem and help you achieve this through our offer, and we can sign up with this price. So this is how you'll have to close most of your sales calls. All right. Again, this is a separate section on how to overcome objections. Most of the time you will face this financial objections, right? So again, recap cost of not solving this now. So there is a concept of opportunity cost. So go back to the pain points that they shared. Ask them that. So I remember you, if they tell you that money is a problem, then tell them, ask them that I remember you mentioning you are struggling with these problems for quite some time and you already invested so much budget. So if you don't take this action right now, what do you think is your current expected loss, or how do you think it's costing you? Tell them that if you actually work with us, you can solve that problem much faster. Although you feel you're paying us, but you are actually avoiding the tens of thousands of cost if you don't solve that problem today. So make them realize that what they pay us is cheaper to what they will anyways incur if they don't pay us, and if they try to save their money, because there is an opportunity cost. The more time they waste, the more losses they'll make. So that's a thing you can solve them. And price. So again, I have to share all these things. The price is too high, so you can use these scripts, right? I understand it's an investment and don't take that lightly. All these stuff. Other objections you can keep letting them know. I can't make this decision right now. I need time to think. So again, if they tell you this, then that tell them that you mentioned on the call that you decide on the phone, but since you want some time, or schedule a follow-up call that by when can you get back to me, because the fast action discount is only valid for today. I can stretch for 1 day for you. So if you can get back to me by tomorrow, then we can still have the best offer for you. So why don't you let me know the time when you can be available for tomorrow. So that's how you can schedule your follow-up call. Push for the follow-up call if they are not ready, or if you feel that they need time, and schedule the follow-up call on the call itself. Don't tell them you let me know when you want to schedule a call. Don't do all that. So if not take the money, then at least take some kind of commitment. Okay, what time, what day, all that stuff. I need to talk to my husband, wife, or partner. So ideally, this should not happen if you've asked this, but in case it does, then tell them that okay, by when can we speak with them, and can we have a second call with them on the phone. So that's how you can solve that problem, and you can present the same stuff to them as well. And all these other things, I've gotten so many programs, but never got results. So you can tell them that at some level it may be your fault as well because you didn't execute. Don't talk bad about other agencies or other coaches, because that's not professionalism, because you don't know what they did, right? So you can just give a broad answer that maybe you weren't able to execute or whatever the case may be, but we promise that we'll support you our best and make sure that you get results. So all that stuff. And again, for someone who's not sold, schedule a follow-up call and send a message. And these are some of the things that you can do. Send them trust building emails or messages that these are testimonials, these are our results, so that they'll get more confidence on working with you. So yeah, this is about it. This is how you practice going on sales calls. And if you follow this script, it will help you increase your current closing percentage and take it to at least somewhere between 25 to 30%, if not more. So yeah, I think there is only 1 minute left. If you have any questions, let me know. Else we can again join to have another separate chat, whatever. So yeah, please go ahead and ask your questions.
No, I mean, not really, because I've been following some of these things that you have shared. So, I mean, you had shared these things earlier too.
Correct.
So I've been following some of them, and yeah, whatever is working, it's working right now.
Good.
If something won't work, I'll change it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Any other question? Arun has asked, how would this help a freelancer, bro? See, bro, this will help everybody. See, because as a freelancer, see, I think the call will get disconnected. Why don't we join back and we will answer
Yeah,
this
yeah.
question? All right. So join back using the same link.